Chris, Coach Boyle was just talking a lot about how fun this team's been to coach and how engaged you guys are. What are some of the specific things you and Joey really try to do to kind of set the tone this year and get things off to a positive start?
Well, last year, obviously, our start was pretty bad. We went like 4-9, I think. And so we wanted to emphasize that the start of this year was going to be completely different. College hockey isn't a 80-game season where if you lose one here and there, you'll be all right. Every game's important, so getting a good start obviously means a lot to playing in March. So, we just told the guys every day you come to the rink to be focused and just give it your best, whether that be in the weight room or on the ice. And so far so good.
Chris, can you just talk about how that top line came together tonight? You guys had 5 goals, and I think 7 assists.
It was funny because we haven't really worked on a whole lot. We're missing a couple players, and so it's just kind of thrown together this week, and it just happened to work out well. Charlie's a big, strong kid, a lot of skill. Joe, is fast and grinds in the corners, and it just kind of we all kind of complement each other, and it was kind of nice to see on the first night.
And this one doesn't really count in the stats for you, but still must have been a pretty satisfying goal, especially the way it went in.
Oh yeah, coming from our captain too, it was a great pass. I just pretty much followed up the play, and I saw their guy screening their goalie. Their goalie was kind of small, kind of in tight, so I just found the post and went posting in. But it definitely felt good. Obviously, it didn't count, but it counts for the morale of the team right now at least, and get the boys going, get the crowd going, and everything like that. So definitely a nice goal.
Then you got some shifts at forward near the end of the game. Is that something you've done before? Where's the comfort level with that, and just how are you feeling about trying that out?
Actually, Coach had talked to me about that at the end of the year meeting last year about maybe moving up and back. And since Ross got hurt, I think it was in the second period of the game, they were missing a guy on forward. So there was already 8 defensemen, and they figured why not try out. So forwards just up and back, and just working hard. So it was definitely tough. Definitely a different game than playing defense, but it was fun to be out there and change it up so you could see perspective of a forward as a defenseman and vice versa.
Chris, talk a little bit about your line mate Charlie Coyle tonight. I think first look at it for us at him tonight. I was surprised for such a big, kind of rangy guy. He's got really good skills and seems pretty deft with the puck.
Yeah, he is. He's a big, strong kid. All the talk over the summer was, he went to the combine camp and did really well on all the strength tests. So we knew that coming in. We know he was a hard worker. He's a quiet kid. He's humble, and he just likes to come out there and give it his best every day. And it helps out that he has a lot of skill. I think he kind of reminds me a lot of Colin Wilson when he was here. Big, strong kid with a lot of skill. So we look for him to contribute a lot this year.
Ben, I know you guys are using a bit of a new defensive scheme this year, some zone coverage. Can you just, Coach Vegas talking about how, early on you guys looked a little bit uncomfortable with some stuff. Can you just talk about that?
Yeah, basically last year we were doing pretty much man-on-man, pretty much follow your guy wherever he's going. And this year we're kind of trying to clog the front of the net. We saw that in the Stanley Cup Finals this past year. A lot of teams were doing that. And basically just blocking shots, and when it's time to get out to your guy, you get out to your guy. But basically stay with your guys in the corner, and then if you're in front, stay in front and pretty much clog the middle. And it worked pretty well tonight. The first period was a little bit shaky, but once the guys got used to it and not practicing against each other but playing against another team, obviously you saw we gave up no goals second and third period. So hopefully carries on to the future games.
Chris, you had a tip-in goal from Clendening, and I think you guys had 3 total tip-in goals on just wrist shots from the point. That's something we didn't see a whole lot of last year. Is that a new focus on that sort of play for the season?
No, definitely, especially the power play. Last year we had a tendency to pass it around and get a little too cute with the puck. Our goal this year is to get shots and bodies to the net, and I think we only went like 2 for 9 tonight, but we were getting shots, we were getting tips. Joey's could have been a goal without that penalty, so definitely happy with how we started. With only practicing it one time, and that's something we're going to look to do a lot, is get a lot of bodies in that, a lot of shots, try to get some dirty goals.
that new rule with the icing on the shorthanded tough to get used to?
Yeah, and I think that was just experimental. I think it's just something they're looking at for maybe future seasons. But it was awkward because you have it in the back of your head that you can't just rip it down the ice. And the one good thing is you are allowed to change. So I mean, if it does happen, we can change it up. But it'll be interesting to see if they actually go through with it. It definitely makes power plays more offensive and probably lead to a lot more goals. So.
No question.
Thanks, guys.